I don't think it's appropriate, Jane.
What?
I have a 4.5-year-old kid. I know where my son is at every second. When I get out of my car, I'm holding him by the hand, leading him out. There's no way you leave an infant in a car.
Well, first of all, you're wrong. First of all, you're wrong
particularly if
about
you
that
claim
because,
that you research
unfortunately,
it.
something like 40 people did it last year. What I was asking
Shouldn't
you was,
happen.
do you
It
think
shouldn't
it's
happen. I don't care if 40
appropriate
people
for a
shouldn't.
guy
Shouldn't
behind
happen.
bars? Do you think it's appropriate for a man who is charged with murder of his son to call his son's funeral and be put on speakerphone?
It's still his son at the end of the
It's a
day,
dog
Jane.
and pony
it's still
show.
his
And
son.
he would have been at the
And
funeral
it's
if he
his
wasn't in jail.
Please, one at a
attorney
time.
who's behind him.
Evangeline, go ahead.
Thank you, Jane. It's still his son at the end of the day. Again, he is not guilty until proven innocent. He's innocent until proven guilty here. But you know what's really
Only in a
interesting,
court of law.
Jane, you know what's really interesting here are the comments that the mother made, which I was very struck by because she said this child turned their world upside down and then went on to the numerous diaper changes, staying up late, which to me is a little odd and bizarre.
Well,
and
let me say this.
she wouldn't say this.
allegedly
We're going to
she
play the
said,
entire speech for you, and we're going to do it in bits so we can analyze it. During the funeral, Harris's wife publicly stood up for him, saying he's a great dad, talking about possibly having other kids with him, and saying she doesn't blame him for little Cooper's death. Listen.
Am I angry with Ross? Absolutely not. It has never crossed my mind. Ross is and was and will be, if we have more children, a wonderful father. Ross is a wonderful daddy and leader for our household. Cooper meant the world to him.
Judy Ho, forensic psychologist. When I heard Ross is the leader of our household, I thought, well, okay, he's the leader. He says I did nothing wrong. She's a follower. She says, okay, you said you did nothing wrong, then you did nothing wrong.
That's right, Jane. And you know what? This is the problem with this whole thing. Fathers who kill their children. There is a very defining characteristic that we know from all of the history of fathers who kill their children, and that is it is absolutely planned out. And the rationale for fathers usually killing their children is because they feel overwhelmed and out of control with their lives. Now, what the tape that you just played of the woman supporting him, well, she called him the leader of the household. He may have felt overwhelmed by that responsibility, not been ready for it. And now she's making the situation worse because she doesn't want to lose both her son and her man in one day. And so she's decided to stick by him.
Or she could be cooperating with the police, but we don't know that at this point because
No,
she's
you know what?
not
Actually,
that way.
quite
She
the
may be a
opposite would
suspect,
occur to
or
me.
she may be cooperating with him. We don't know, and the police are going to play it close to the vest.
I want to go back to Nick Valencia, who knows more about this case than anybody. He's been studying it. Here's the thing. They're going to have a probable cause hearing later this week, and we're all over it right here on this show. There's got to be, in my opinion, something more. There's got to be something bigger because cops have said things like, what I know about this case shocks my conscience. You know, this was not simple negligence. Now, these internet searches alone, certainly, while odd and perhaps sinister that the dad is researching recently, how long does it take a child to die in a hot car? I don't know that they can base their entire case on that, and we're going to discuss that in a second. But do you get any hints that they've got some big shocker that they're going to unleash at this probable cause hearing?
Jane, for as many pages as were released in those search warrants, there was very little detail given. We don't know the context of those statements either, when those statements were made, how they came about, and the cops must have something else in order to level that murder charge. I want to get back to the atmosphere in that funeral. It was evident to everyone in that crowd, especially the reporters, that Leanne Harris and those that were up at that podium were speaking beyond those in attendance. They were aware of the controversy surrounding their child's death. That's what made it, as the reporters were talking amongst ourselves, that's what made the scene all the more bizarre. It was a chilling experience to see that tiny little red casket, red being the favorite color of Cooper Harris, that tiny little red casket placed in front of hundreds. That is something that was a very emotional experience for everyone in the crowd. Jane? Well,
let me say this, Nick, an excellent reporting. I want to stress, cops do not consider this mom a suspect. We're going to discuss why she may have said to the authorities that she researched words to the effect of how children die, how long it takes children to die in a hot car. Remember, he's the leader of the household, And he says, I did nothing wrong. And she is right on board with what he says because she's the one who says he's the leader of the household. We've got calls lining up. We've got so much coming in on Facebook. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page, Jane Velez Mitchell, Facebook. And do me a favor, like it while you're